All right, mamas, we're gonna start this series of exercises with side-lying breathing. I highly recommend having a pillow and a rolled up blanket and maybe even another small pillow if needed. This pillow is gonna be a bolster for the legs. This is gonna go here under my waist, and then I'm gonna take another little pillow here for my head. So tucking this under your waist will help align your spine. Tucking this under your head does the same thing. See how it makes a nice, choked by my braids, a nice straight line where if I didn't have this here, my neck would be pulling right here. And if I didn't have this here, I would be sagging down in the waist. Then we're gonna do the same thing and align our hips by bringing this pillow into the picture. So this pillow here is between my knees and my ankles, and then I'm bringing my knees up into a right angle with my torso, and then a right angle from here to here. So we're all set up for side-lying breathing now, and we're gonna go ahead and get started with a nice deep inhale, an expansion into our side ribs and back and pelvic floor. And then on the exhale, just kind of curl around your lower abs a little bit more. I'm gonna bring my head even further forward, like you're gonna curl into a ball. This arm is just laying here nicely. And then we're gonna take another nice deep inhale. I like to hold my hand here on the inhale to really feel that expansion here, and then exhale. I like to touch my lower belly on the exhale to feel that I am really engaging my abs, my lower abs. So on that inhale and expansion, we want about 70% of the expansion to be in our back and side ribs, and then 30% of the expansion to go down into the pelvic floor. So just spreading it out in a nice way. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Check at the peak of your inhale if you're holding your pelvic floor. If you are, let it go, and then exhale. You can actually breathe on your own time. Everybody has a different rhythm, and I wouldn't want you laying there holding your breath while I talk. All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch sides. When you do that, I want you to really be conscious about using your hands to push yourself up, and then gently turning, because likely you just had a baby. And then we're gonna get situated on the opposite side. So putting your waist right over that rolled up blanket or towel or pillow, if that's what you're using. And then our right ankles in our legs with a bolster and a little pillow for your head. I'm gonna scoot back so that you can see me better. All right, here we are. So a nice deep inhale into your side ribs, and then curl into a ball as you exhale. Really try to feel that expansion through your back. Oh, it feels so good. Finding your lower abs. Try to hold your waist off the floor just a little bit so that you can engage your transverse abdominal muscles too. Nice work. We're going to do a couple more breaths here. I always find myself clenching my leg on this side, on the bottom, so finding those parts that you're clenching and consciously letting it go. One more breath here, and then we're going to go on to the next exercise. All right, now again, pushing yourself up with your hands in a nice safe way. We're going to make our way onto our back. And for this one, we just need a slight lift under our head. I'm going to use this little pillow. You're going to want to lower yourself sideways. Don't lay straight back like I just did. Okay, so for this one, we just have a little pillow under our heads, and we are going to be doing the angel wings. So the reason that I like to have a pillow under my head for these is because, I'm just trying to put my notes up here, sorry, is because it helps align the ribs with the pelvis. So if I don't have the pillow, I get a little rib flare here. A lot of people do. And if I bring the pillow into the picture and lift my head, I can then bring my ribs down, because it shortens that distance between the ribs and the hips. Okay, so we're going to take a nice deep inhale and exhale. And we're going to put our hands up by our sides. I don't have a very good video set up here, do I? And we're going to inhale here. So our hands are at a right angle next to our ears, basically. And we're going to inhale. And then exhale as we extend overhead. And we're going to inhale as our hands come back down. And we're going to exhale. Try to keep your hands flat on the floor. Your wrists and elbows are on the floor. It's really hard. I'm a little crooked in my shoulders. Inhaling here and then exhaling as you go overhead. So where you want to feel this one, keep moving through it as I tell you. You want to feel a stretch across the front of your chest, and you want to feel a stretch through your armpits and lats right here, and gentle engagement of the lower traps. So you don't want to feel it in your neck or discomfort in the front of your shoulder. You don't want to feel strain on your diastasis, and you don't want your back arching. All right, now we're going to move into the hip flexor stretch. So laying on our back for this one too, head support if you'd like. We're going to leave one leg straight and bring the knee into the chest and hug it. We're going to stay here for 30 seconds together. We're just going to breathe into it. If you feel tightness in front of your hip, or a pinching, if you feel pinching, then back off just a little bit. And if it continues to pinch, then don't do this movement for now. We need to resolve that. We don't want it to be painful. All of these movements should leave you feeling better than before you started. All right, coming to the top of our 30 seconds, we're going to go ahead and switch legs. We want a nice stretch through the front of this hip, and then we want to feel an engagement and a lengthening of the glutes on this side right here. Oh, it feels so nice. And then let your lower back push into the floor. Try not to arch your back away from the floor while we do this one. A couple more seconds here, and now we're moving into cat-cow. So roll to your side, push yourself up, and then you're going to come into a hands and knees position, hands directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. And we are going to look up as we inhale, and then we're going to exhale. Really push through your hands, engage all the way from your hands through your armpits, and pull your belly in. Try to relax your butt through this. Don't be squeezing your butt. Then inhale and exhale. Try to find the sticky spots in your spine that don't move as easily, and try to find those tight places loosening up. Find that mobility coming back. You didn't have this range of motion when you were pregnant, so we have to rewire the brain to connect with the full range of motion through the muscles, lengthening and contracting. With these, you want to feel gentle movement through the entire spine, but you don't want to feel diastasis strain or opening here. So if you do feel that, just don't go this far into it. Only go to about here and focus more on this movement, because anyone who's been pregnant before or carried kids around usually has limited mobility through their back this way and has excessive lengthening through their lower abs. So this movement is not as important. You could just come to neutral if you have a diastasis from here to here. All right, so that's your postpartum phase 1 workout, and you're going to move through all of these exercises at least once every day. Take about 10 to 20 minutes for yourself. So we only went through for 1 round, but you can now repeat it for a second round if you want to. And if you don't have time, 1 round is better than none every time.